Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Hey Bub Outdoors. Thanks for joining us today. We are in the middle of spring season. Mushroom season's underway. Spring turkey season's kicking off through a lot of the Midwest. It already has in a lot of the southern states. So we're going to be talking about activities that are right here among us. We have some footage today to watch from last week. My family going out and finding some morels together. So far between last week, I think last Tuesday it was, we found 40 black morels, and you can watch that footage here in just a couple minutes. And then Monday, my youngest son Luke and myself went out and we found 46 big ones. And so we've
nice ones.
So yeah. And that's a spot we talked about with Jordy when Jordy asked about one of my early spots. That was it, and man, is it produced. We're kind of finding ourselves here in a transition period, at least in our area of black ones. The black ones that I found were kind of on the way out, and they're being followed by grays and yellows. People around here are already finding grays and yellows, so we'll be sharing some of that footage. But it's pretty exciting to see things progress. And then we had Noah's turkey hunt on about a week and a half ago now. And
it's your oldest son, for those that
oldest son,
don't know.
Yeah. And so we found a way. I know wild turkey sometimes, people just don't know how to prepare it. It's kind of overwhelming. Do I pluck the whole thing? And what we do here is we breast it out. I've found the other parts of the turkey are pretty tough to work with. I mean, if a guy wanted to spend hours going through and taking all the tendons out, and the legs and the thighs might be worth working with, but man, it sure does require a lot of time. But what we do is we do a dry brine, and I just show a little snippet there at the end of kind of how our mushroom hunting went. At the end, I show a snippet of cleaning the meat off. That's really important for, I think, any wild game, getting all of the silver seam, all of the excess fat. I mean, you really have to take care of that
stuff that affects the flavor a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
It really does affect the flavor. I mean, deer, for instance, even venison, I mean, it's just the opposite of a cow. A cow stores good flavor in the fat.
Yeah.
Deer, I mean,
no good.
Fat is terrible.
Tastes terrible. Yeah.
So, but we can watch that. But Matt, I know things are kind of picking up your way. What are you looking forward to? Kind of what's on the horizon for you right now in the middle of spring?
Yeah, spring. It seems like all kinds of stuff's happening. For outdoorsmen, it's a good time to pick up something new. If you haven't, for example, mushrooms. If you've never looked for morels, it's a good time to get out in the woods and check them out. Probably in your area, they're starting to pop if they haven't already.
Right.
I know Pennsylvania's a little bit behind you guys out in Illinois because our temperatures have been cooler. I know you got days in the 80s already.
Yeah.
Several. And we haven't had anything much above 70 here. We're in the 50s and 60s pretty consistently for the next week or so, it looks like. So we're a little bit behind you guys as far as mushrooms go. But turkey season does start out here in Pennsylvania on May 1st. There's a youth season, I think the weekend before. But May 1st is the opening day for turkey out here for us. So that's what I hope to spend a lot of time doing here in the next month and a half, getting ready for turkey season. I think I talked about previously on the podcast, I've really struggled to find birds on the public land that I hunt. I really haven't had a whole lot of interaction. I've heard some birds a couple times, but I recently on a private piece of ground that borders public land that I hunt, that's really close to my house for deer. I got some turkeys on my trail camera last week. So that was so sweet. So I'm really excited about that. I mean, that's a game changer.
Yeah.
If nothing else, it just, it motivates me. So really excited to get out. One other thing, and I want to throw this out to the viewers and listeners, if you have any recommendations on a good turkey gun, I'm in the market. So let me know what you've used, what you like. I know everybody's going to have different opinions on that based on what you've used previously. But looking at something like a Remington 870, a pump action turkey gun, nothing crazy, no fancy bells and whistles, but something that'll just get the job done and be reliable. So
yeah, what's your favorite turkey gun?
What's that?
Drop it below.
Yeah.
Favorite turkey gun?
Yeah, comment and let us know because I just don't want to buy something that's going to be junk, but I also don't want to buy anything crazy. I don't need that. Just want something that I'll keep for a long time and be nice and reliable. Kind of like the Honda, if you could think of like a Honda Civic of turkey guns,
Yeah.
that's really what I want. Or a Toyota, maybe a Toyota Tacoma of
Yeah.
turkey guns.
Yeah. The Civic made it. The Civic made it a couple weeks ago. Actually, the Civic, man, it's pretty funny. The Civic has been my hunting vehicle this entire spring so far with Noah's hunt, and then I had a first season. So Illinois, we have 5 seasons for spring turkey, and I got a first season tag, a third season tag, and a 5th season tag. You can kill up to 3 birds, and one took a ride last Friday in the back of the Civic.
Just throw it in the trunk.
Threw it in the trunk. 2 birds have taken rides in the
Nice.
trunk in the Civic. So
I remember your first, well, this wasn't your first vehicle, but one of the earlier cars that you had was that Saturn station wagon,
the mullet.
the mullet. Yeah.
The mullet.
That thing had a lot of deer in it.
A lot of deer.
Yeah.
It was pretty rough, but it got 36 miles a gallon. It was a wagon. It was a
Yeah.
Saturn wagon. Fishing poles fit in the back. It was
Sport
unbelievable. It did. It had sport mode.
We should do an episode sometime about awesome hunting rigs or just outdoor rigs in general.
Yeah.
Station wagons, Honda Civics, trucks. That'd be a fun one to do. So
Absolutely. I love that. Well, hey, so we're going to jump right into the footage today. If you have a favorite turkey gun, let Matt know. He's in the market for one, but there's going to be a lot of footage coming up as the spring grows on. We're going to talk about fishing here eventually too. And then here in the next few weeks, we're going to be talking about cicadas because that hatch is supposed to start. The 17-year cicada hatch is supposed to start here in the next few weeks. They're guessing by the beginning of May. And so that's going to have a major impact this year on habitat on a variety of ways, and we're going to dive into that. But thanks for joining us on this week's episode of Hey Bub Outdoors. I hope you enjoy this footage, and we'll see you soon, Lord willing.
ta-ta for now.
Ta-ta. You go pick it? Oh, Daddy? All right, reach down there. Reach down there. Can you grab it down here? Here, pick it. You pick it? Grab it. Can you grab it? You can grab it. Good job. All right, we'll put it in the bag. Put it in the bag.
Emma,
Good job.
Emma,
Just a little bit further up there, buddy, under that bush. You gotta keep going.
Emma.
Do you see any more anywhere, Luke? Where at? Is there one maybe right over there? Is that one? Yeah? Okay, okay. So just nice and slow. Here we go. You ready? We're gonna pinch it right down here. Okay. There we go. I'm gonna put it in the bag. Good job. Way to go. Can you put them down in there?
Emma,
Yeah, there's more. How about right up there, Luke? Is there another one up there somewhere, maybe? Huh? Look right up there. You see one up there anywhere?
We're gonna have enough we can actually eat.
You see one right there, maybe? Look. What about right there? Look, Luke. You see one right there? Right here, look. See it? Right here? You see that one? Yeah, there it is. All right, put it in the bag. You're tearing them up, sis. How about right there, up there? Is there one right up there? Look right up here. You see any more? Look up the hill. How about right up there? You see one right there, maybe? You one right there? You got another one, sis? That girl. Hold it up. Let's see it. Nice. Yeah, it's right over here. See if you can find it. Dad walked past this one 3 times, Sam.
Is it somewhere in the grass?
And I knew it was here because I found it last week.
Is it right out in the open or is it in the grass?
It's like right in front of Dad. You just looked like right at it. Yeah, you're like right there.
Over here? Oh, I'm blind. He's actually blind.
That thing was impossible to see. Good job. That's a pretty big one. There you go. Nice black one. See any more right in here, Sam? Another one right here. I think we did step on that one. It's been pulverized.
I found one.
Did you? Dad walked right past it. That might have been the one Dad saw originally.
That's what I was trying to
Nice, sis. Where'd he go? Here's Sis, right beside a little small dead elm tree that she's found quite a few mushrooms by. Both she and Sambo. There's Luke, trying his luck against a hickory tree. There's another dead elm right back there, that little tree right there that Lauren's buys a dead elm, and we found a bunch there. So that, and she found another one. We've been through there 3 or 4 times, but they're hard to see.
He's showing you where it is.
Right here by a dead elm.
Might be more up there.
There's the dead elm tree. There's the mushroom.
No, but there might be more.
All right, just to recap, we're at our early black spot, and we're finding quite a few, but we need a rain really bad here in southern Illinois. I know the farmers are liking the dry weather, but these feel a little dry on top, and I think the lack of moisture combined with also the cooler temperatures last week have kind of stunted the growth, but they're still finding them over there. The longer we stand in one place, the more we're finding. So when we get home, we'll show you how many we found, and we look forward to eating our first batch this spring. All right, here we got them all sorted out. There's about 40, actually it's 40 right on the button that we found. So pretty good first batch, and some of them are maybe 5-6 inches tall. Some pretty good ones. So I think that'll be a good mess for us to start with. All right, we got them all halved and quartered. You can see them down there. And we're just gonna let some cold water kind of fill up the container here. I'll come over here and grab some kosher salts. I'll be using that again here in just a minute. Just sprinkle a little on top. And we're just gonna want these mushrooms to get submerged here into the water so all the insects die. So just make sure they're all down there. It's gonna be a good mess. And then we're gonna leave the kosher salt out, turn the water off, and I'm gonna go ahead and pull turkey breast out of the fridge here. They've been in here since Saturday morning. And we'll go over this process. One side of the breast that Noah shot, and what we're gonna do for this is we're gonna come through this bottom part here that's on the bottom side is actually, that's just a tenderloin. And if you wanna just cook that separately or fry it, it's really tender, it's really good, but we're gonna trim that out here in a minute. But the main thing you want to do, and I know it's kind of gross, there is a little bit of shot in here. If you remember the shot Noah took, it was kind of a front shot. I told him to take it just because of where it was, but there is going to be a little shot in there that we're going to have to pick out. You can see there's some right there. But what we're going to do, I know it's kind of gross, but there's this yellow fat that's on wild turkey
And on top of that, or underneath that, there's this, I just call it silver skin. But basically it's just a kind of a membrane that lines the meat. And even chicken you buy at the store has it. But you just got to get all of that off. Everything other than meat you want to remove from a wild turkey breast. And what we'll do after this, after it's all cleaned, after I get everything trimmed out, we're going to cover it in kosher salt. We're going to put it back in a Ziploc baggie, and we're going to brine it for like 24 to 48 hours in the refrigerator. And it's just a dry brine. It's with kosher salt. You coat it really good, and that penetrates the meat. And then here in a day or two, we'll smoke it. And so this is how you do it. All right, this is what the finished turkey breast looks like when you've put it in kosher salt and covered it. And I've trimmed all the stuff off of it. I'm gonna put it back into a Ziploc bag here and let it brine for 24 to 48 hours.